to make Greek, grape, and garbanzo bean muffins. I'm doing this for my Greek project, and I did this because I like cooking and I wanted to learn more about the ancient Greeks' cooking ingredients. Now I'm going to introduce my ingredients. First we have flour. Greece had wheat, so they could have made flour. Butter. Greece made huge amounts of butter, but only used it in desserts and very important foods. Sugar. Greece probably just used honey because they didn't have sugar at the time, so yeah, they probably used honey. Milk. Egypt had cows with milk, and Greece had goats and sheep, so Greece could have used goat or sheep milk to get their milk, or they could have traded with Egypt to get cow's milk. Garbanzo beans. Garbanzo beans were found about 3500 BCE in Greece and a few other places. They're also called chickpeas, and they're the main ingredient in hummus. Lemon zest. Ancient Greece did not have lemons or oranges until the 15th century because lemons and oranges originated in America, and the Greeks and America did not know about each other, so they couldn't have traded. Garlic. India and Egypt both had garlic, and so the Greeks could have traded with either of them. Cumin. Greece could have traded with Egypt to get cumin, and our brother says that every time he smells cumin, he thinks of chili because my dad puts cumin in his chili, and so he's like, why do you make it? It smells like cumin. Salt. We know the ancient Egyptians knew how to get salt from the ocean because of the mummification ritual, because they use a lot of salt for that. And the Greeks would have had this technology too. Grapes. Grapes were good in the rocky hills of Greece, so the Greeks grew a lot of grapes. Eggs. Domesticated chickens have been in Asia for probably 8,000 years. Now I'm going to put my ingredients into my bowl. Okay, so for this part you're going to need 2 bowls. One for your dry ingredients and one for your wet ingredients. Your dry ingredients are going to be sugar, salt, cumin, and garlic. We've already put the butter, flour, baking powder, and baking soda into this bowl, and then you're going to take your second bowl and put your milk, egg, lemon zest, grapes, and garbanzo beans into your second bowl. Then you're going to mix up your dry ingredients and mix up your wet ingredients. And cumin, and salt, and garlic, and the sugar into my dry bowl, and mixing that up. Then I'm going to take my milk and my garbanzo bean and my grapes and my lemon zest and my egg.
Crack your egg in the single bowl. And then whip it.
Where's my whipper? I'm just gonna. I'm going to mix up my wet ingredients. And now I'm going to put them into the same bowl. And mix them up. Oops.
Tell them what we learned on the test batch.
Oh yeah, and when I was testing, when I made my first batch, I didn't realize that I was supposed to mix stuff up separately and then put them into the same bowl. And so I put the grapes and garbanzo beans in with the the dry stuff. And so the cumin was in little bitty chunks. And so you got these little bursts of cumin whenever you bit into it. And so do not forget to put stuff into separate bowls or your cumin in your bowl or in your muffin. Once you've mixed up your ingredients, then you're going to put them into muffin tins. And I'm just going to use a 1/4 cup, so they're at least kind of even. And it's stuck to the thing. They're kind of biscuits, they're kind of muffins, so. So now you're going to put them in the oven for 15 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I thought while those are cooking, it would be fun to tell you about Hestia, which was the goddess of hearth and home, and she was the sister of Zeus and the daughter of Cronus and Rhea. Her symbol is supposed to be a hearth and the flames, because in ancient Greece you would have cooked with your hearth, and it would also have been the heat source for your house. And your oven is pretty much the modern day hearth. Okay, so after you've cooked your muffins, then you can let them cool and eat them. I had fun learning about ancient Greek, the food trade and origin of ingredients, and the goddess Hestia. I hope you did too.